everyone. My name is Janan, and I'm going to talk about do you want to be famous? Well, for me, I really want to be famous because fame is often misunderstood as merely superficial craving for attention and recognition. However, beneath the surface, the desire to be famous often reflects a complex set of motivation, ranging from a wish to inspire others to the opportunity to drive positive social change. Fame offers unprecedented access to influence, resources, and legacy building that can extend far beyond personal gratification. In this detailed discussion, I will explain 9 compelling reasons why wanting to be famous is a very important and even noble aspiration in the modern world. First, at its core, fame grants the person the power to reach an audience that no ordinary individual could ever access. This skill of reach can be used as a tremendous force for good. When someone is famous, their voice is amplified, their opinion carry weight, and their calls to action can mobilize millions worldwide. For instance, Greta Thunberg began as an unknown Swedish teenager driving alone outside the country's parliament. Yet through her growing fame, she captured global attention, spoke at the United Nations Climate Action Summit, and mobilized millions of youth across continents to protest for climate reform. Her fame gives her credibility and access that no ordinary activist would have had at such a young age. Similarly, Malala Yousafzai survived an assassination attempt by extremists for vocation girls' education in Pakistan, but her subsequent fame elevated the cause onto the global stage. He has addressed the world's leaders at the UN and become a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, all thanks to the platform her fame provides. Without fame, the voice of many changemakers might be drowned out in obscurity. Fame is not just about celebrity, it's about power, the power to shape policies, attitudes, and cultural norms on a scale that can drive real progress. Secondly, fame is a gateway to opportunities unavailable to most people. It opens doors to industries, collaborations, and experiences that are otherwise closed off. This access can accelerate personal growth, create exploration, and career success. Take away The Rock Johnson as an example. Starting his career as a wrestler, his fame opened the door to Hollywood when he became one of the highest paid actors. But his opportunity didn't stop there. His fame enabled him to launch successful businesses such as Terramana Secure and partnerships with Under Armour, illustrating how fame can multiply influence and wealth across sectors. Another example is Rihanna, who rose to fame as a singer but leveraged her celebrity into a global business empire with fancy beauty and savage expensive. Without fame, such entrepreneurial ventures would be difficult to launch at such scale. Furthermore, fame allows access to mentors, investors, and collaborators who are often inaccessible to ordinary people. A famous individual can network with the best minds and talents, creating a feedback loop for the fuel success. Finally, fame has a direct financial opportunity. Public figures command significant earning from endorsements, product lines, sponsorship, media deals, and appearances. These financial rewards enable them to live comfortably and often provide economic stability for generations to come. Job availability provides a striking example of this modern phenomenon. Starting with viral dance video on TikTok, the fame blossoms into multi-million-dollar brand endorsements. A reality TV show, merchandise, and even book deals. Within just a few years, she transformed from a typical teenager into a financial powerhouse. Similarly, Kylie Jenner turned her fame into a billion-dollar beauty empire. Her fame allows her to harness social media reach and celebrity culture to use hair cosmetics. Illustrating how fame today is as much about entrepreneurship as it is about recognition. For many people from humble to disadvantaged backgrounds, fame represents a path out of poverty and into financial security. It offers the means to support family, give back to communities, and create long-lasting wealth. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, okay.
If there is small mistake, you might be by the word and you are just or event. Do you still think being famous is for it?
This chair is
There's more.
uncomfortable. Yeah? Which one have? Oh, there. Thank you. Okay, answer?
All those mistakes leads to a big problem. I still think being famous is worth it because being famous. So just imagine you're famous and you have to be serious and don't cause any mistakes. So yes.
Okay.
Next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Today I am here to share my opinion. We can see famous people on TV, in movies, and on the internet. They look rich, successful, and very happy. Many people live to be like them. But for me, I don't want to be famous. I think being famous is not as wonderful as it looks. First, famous people have no privacy, culture, and can follow them everywhere. To restaurant, to the airport, even to their home. Their personal risks and problems can overcome. Secondly, being famous means a lot of ritual. Starlight must always look beautiful and act. If they make a small mistake, people will treat them quickly on social media. This makes them nervous, tired, and unhappy. Thus, famous does not always bring happiness. Many artists they feel lonely. They cannot know who their real friends are. Because some people just want many or famous from them. Real happiness come from family, close friends, and freedom, not from being on television. In conclusion, I prefer the normal life. I want to achieve freedom and simple happiness. Famous look attractive, but in reality, it often brings more problems than benefits.
How can fame lead to
How can fame?
How can fame lead to more opportunities in life?
How can fame?
Lead to more opportunities in life.
Little more?
Lead.
Liên chị.
Wait.
Nhưng mà đội này không đồng ý mà. Các con mới là đội đồng ý chứ.
Đó, cho dạo này cái đáp án đấy thì dạo này câu hỏi thì có cái
Change the question. Đổi lại câu hỏi đi các bạn ơi.
đấy các bạn. So is it better to be rich and famous than unknown or average?
Is it better to be rich and famous as compared to be unknown?
Luxury look nice, but it often comes with stress and no freedom. I prefer some simple happy and freedom in a normal life.
Okay, good job.
No, okay, review.
Next, dinosaur.
That's okay.
Very good. Best of luck.
When brings recognition and violation. Recognition is a fundamental human need. When properly acknowledged in individual personal talents, accomplishments, and character on a larger scale, which can prove personal satisfaction and motivation. Stephen Hawking, despite suffering from debilitating motor neuron disease, became globally famous for his groundbreaking work in cosmology and practical physics. His name now validated the ethics of research and allowed him to communicate complex scientific ideas to the world. Further public, this recognition helps shape
Speak louder.
cultural preposition and disability achievement. Similar, Frida Kahlo internally, we know mostly within art circles. This can fame with posthumously works to brought international validation to her work and destiny. Today, she is celebrated as an icon of resilience and famous art. Such recognition doesn't just serve ego, it encourages individuals to continue their work, innovate further and break new ground. Fame can be used to inspire others. One of the most meaningful aspects of fame is the potential to inspire millions. Famous individuals have performed each other's stories and their struggle. Triumph and transformation stories that resonate and encourage others to pursue their own dreams. Moreover, we exemplify this perspective, rising from poverty and child abuse, which offer a fame adopters to share messages of hope, self-improvement, and self-empowerment, and building millions through talk shows, through music and support, and advocacy. She has become a beacon for resilience and personal growth. Singer Michael Jordan's journey is from being cut from his high school basketball team to becoming the greatest player of all time, motivates countless athletes worldwide. His fame amplifies his role as a symbol of power and prosperity. For man, he has higher greatness is fundamentally a desire to be nice for others, to give others hope and the ability to thrive. Fame is a powerful legacy. Fame can transcend life. Time is a way to leave a lasting legacy to be remembered, not just for who you were, but for what you stood for and achieved. Martin Luther King Jr. is an architect. For example, his fame ensured for the leadership in the civil rights movement and his dream of quality are immortalized in history. Even decades after the assassination, his speech, his philosophy, and action inspired global movement for justice. Martin Luther's fame is for uttering scientists brought utter discoveries into the global consciousness, inspiring generations of women and men to pursue science. Many desire fame precisely because they want to be remembered, but not merely as individuals, but as change makers who work echoes through time.
Can faculty gives you just strength or will people should one or many and study?
As famous people, we need to choose wisely because it's about they depend about who we are, not actually about our fame or status.
Okay. Good.
Third one, they are here to share opinion about the person we want to be famous. In my opinion, I don't want to be famous. Here are my reasons. First, famous people often face rumors and scandals. Even if something is not true, people still talk about it online in newspapers. For example, sometimes after it said he rude, even when he did not know nothing wrong, it can damage his image and make him very sad. Second, it's very hard to know who's real. Some people are friendly, but they only want money, give attention from celebrity.
Ừ.
This means famous people cannot always just order. They may feel lonely because they don't know who their true friends are. Finally, famous people must always keep a good image. They can't show their real feelings or act naturally. They always have to smile, look perfect, and say the right things. For me, that kind of life is not free and not overtable. Inclusion, fame may look good from outside, but bring many problems inside. Celebrities may have money, beauty, and popularity, but they also suffer from rumors, make friends, and pressures to be perfect. That's why I don't want to be famous. I think living a normal life where you can be yourself is much happier. That's all. I'm listening.
Question.
Nào cho con xem câu hỏi nào. Câu hỏi số mấy?
Số 2 bắt kẹn.
Nào sao các bạn này đặt câu hỏi cái bị sai rồi. Câu hỏi này của các bạn là đúng đâu. The question is not right. This question is about the representation team. Nào, cái này là câu hỏi này là để dành cho gì nhở? Làm sao mà tức là cái này là gì nhở? Làm sao phù hợp cho hỏi cho cái đội phản đối được? Các con, đội này phản đối cái việc mà gì nhở? Nổi tiếng mà, tức là không ủng hộ sự nổi tiếng mà. Và đây câu của các con lại là hỏi. Nào, đội này hôm nay có vấn đề về đặt câu hỏi đấy nhá. Làm sao câu hỏi đấy đúng được? Change the question. Think of.
Quickly change the question. Ask another one. They don't want to be famous, so ask a question about that. Opposite question.
Nào, lợi ích của sự nổi tiếng là gì? Sau các con họ hỏi lại với cái câu là mẫu câu là don't you think? Don't you think? Bạn không nghĩ rằng là gì nhở? Khi nổi tiếng thì sẽ là đúng không? Con hỏi đi. No. Quickly, 1 minute. 1 minute for you to give the question.
If normal people will be fresh,
Rồi, Thế là con được không cần trả lời mà vẫn được điểm tối đa cho phần trả lời của mình, bởi vì đội kia không đưa ra câu hỏi của con. Rồi, ok, hết thời gian. Rồi, rồi được 20 điểm luôn. Vì đặt hỏi sai. Because they give the wrong question, so she get 20 points for the question. Okay. Next one, the last one of the proposition team. Hoàng Phát, go.
I'm feeling sleepy. You want to sit down and listen.
When is a motivator for excellence? The aspirations to become famous often would need people to go their path, develop their talent, and maintain discipline. The design to be recognized on the grand scale can drive extraordinary achievement.
Good.
Serena Williams is one of the greatest tennis players in the history. She has spoken about her ambitions to be the best. Exact ambitions for her intense training, mental Chinese and relentless pursuit of greatness. Her fame today reflects the excellent motivators products. Animals fame as a visionary entrepreneurs stem from his high-rise ventures, pushing the boundaries of technology and space explorations. The desire to be a globally recognized innovators has driven him to work tirelessly, techniques and revolutionize industries. When harnessed as a motivator produced was excellent that benefits not just individuals but societies at large. The rich and resources that come with famous enable individuals to create and support machines. Social initiative. Famous people can mobilize funding, influence public policies, and inspire mass participation in philanthropies. Angelina Jolie had effectively used her celebrities to advocate for the growth and displays of population worldwide. As a UNESCO special envoy, her visits to reduce crime, diplomats, lobbying, and media pressure have had spotlight prize that otherwise might receive little attention. Similarly, Bill Gates already famous for founding Microsoft, has leveraged his fame and got into one of the world's largest philanthropic foundations. Tackling global health and education issues. For many years, desire to be famous is closely tied to or desire to do good on a global scale. Fame today is no longer limited to celebrities, celebrities, or media devices. The rise of social media platforms means ordinary people with talents, creativities, or genius of prosperity can become famous and influence millions. Current rules to TikTok, framed by silently reacting to complicated life hacks with simple solutions. So, how authenticity can create massive fame without traditional equivalent. Similarly, brilliant or genius should be comedians from a modest background, gains fame through cellular tables, content, and is now a global media figures. These democratizations of fame mean that wanting to be famous today means wanting to be heard, seen, and connected in an authentic way. Odysseus today mentioned is human and positive. In conclusion, wanting to be famous is not simply about public attention. It is about gaining a platform to influence, inspire, creative, perform, opportunity,